Hello everyone, welcome to Howstuffinmycarworks channel. Today's video is about how to replace the passenger side window regulator on an R50 Mini Cooper. This particular car is a 2003 model, but these steps will be similar for all the other R50. On a previous video I showed you how to replace the door panel, so on this video I'm not going to do that. That way we can keep the video short, so we're just going to focus on the regulator and let's get started. And this is how the door looks once the door panel is removed. The first step is going to be to detach the speaker up here, remove the screws, and the lower one. The upper one, you'll see a screw here, screw right there, and one down here. So remove them and just move the speaker out of the way. So once the speaker, forward slash door handle is out of the way, remove this plug. For the lower speaker, you have this one, this one, this one, and this one. Remove them, detach it, unplug it, set it aside. Okay, so from this cavity you'll need access through here for one of the screws. Now on the other side, there's this plug that needs to be removed. The problem we're having with this Mini is that the window doesn't roll down, which is going to be an issue because to get to the screw, the window needs to be rolled down, and this is the axis right here. Because the first step is to remove the glass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to turn the key on, press on the switch, and push the window down to see if that works. Because otherwise it's going to be even harder to remove it. And try to roll the window down, push on this thing. Much luck here. There, cool. So as you notice, beating on it enabled it to start rolling up and down. And this is a temporary fix because the issue is in the motor off the regulator. And when you do this, it may enable your window to continue rolling up and down normally for days, weeks, maybe even months. It's really hard to know to determine how long this temporary fix will last. Since I don't want to have to be beating on this thing whenever I need it to work, I'm going to go ahead and replace it. And in your case, you may be searching a video like this because maybe the cable broke. And when the cable snapped, then your window probably fell down, who knows. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and follow through with this video instead of just beating on it. And that way you'll know how to replace your own. So we're going to move on to the next step. Okay, so right through the speaker hole, you can see the screw right there, and the tool that you need is a T15 Torx. Now the problem I ran into, it is so tight that it broke my T15, so I'm actually gonna have to do it in a different way, and I'm gonna have to reach from behind. So I'm gonna roll the glass up some and use channel lock pliers instead of this, because like I said, it's so tight that it broke it. I have some more, but I may just use it to tighten it instead of breaking another one. You may run into that kind of problem. And then on this side, it's right here. You can see it right there. So, well, like I said, I'm going to go in a different direction. Okay, so I have some light inside there, and I'm going to use this telescopic mirror to show you what needs to be removed. See that gear right there? So if you look at the mirror, you'll see the teeth that needs to be loosened up, and the whole idea was just to do it from the front, but like I said, it's so tight that it broke the tool. So I'm just going to use channel lock pliers, and I'm going to loosen it the same way I would loosen any other bolt, counterclockwise. Okay, so like I said, I'm using channel lock pliers to loosen it up, and it just loosens counterclockwise, like I said. Once I break it loose, I can go ahead and remove it through the window with another Torx bit. But this thing is so tight that there's no way I'm going to be able to do it that way. this problem, very likely you'll run into it too. Just gotta feel it. Yeah. It's coming loose. And then obviously, since it loosens counterclockwise when you're doing it from here, when you're turning the screw, if you're doing it from this side, you need to turn it clockwise. Just like if you were tightening a bolt, just so you know. So now I'm just going to do the same thing on this side, and once they're loose, I'll go ahead and lower the windows so I can remove them through the openings. Okay, so I loosened both of the window fasteners with channel lock pliers, and I rolled the window down. So how they designed this to work is from here with the T15, you were supposed to turn it clockwise like that and loosen them up. But I already said the thing was so tight that it broke the other Torx bit. So I'm just showing you that, and if you notice, I was turning it clockwise because it's from the opposite side. And here, on this end, some light. So same principle, and it would just turn clockwise, like that. But I'm just going to do it from the inside. I'm just going to reach in and do it by hand. This is just to show you how this is supposed to work according to the people that designed the car, which, no offense, but it probably looked good on paper, but in real life, it's just not happening. So, to me, it's going to be easier from the inside. Just going to raise the window up a little bit with the key on already. Turn it off. So, from inside, I can just reach and then loosen them up. So there it is right there. This is what it looks like. And here with the light, that's the screw right there. That's the T50 that you were supposed to just easily turn. But good luck on that. Like I said, in real life it doesn't happen like that. So I'm not going to record when I take this one off because I got to hold the glass with one hand and take it off with the other. And then after that, I'm just going to go ahead and remove the glass. Just one observation, this one's going to be easier to remove it, raising the window up above this bar. So once you have removed both of these, the glass will just slide out, just like that. Just be gentle with it so you don't break it. There it is. Just set it on a flat surface so it doesn't get broken. Next step, remove these 3 Phillips screws using a Phillips screwdriver. Once you have removed the 3 screws, then it's time to remove the bolts that fasten the regulator to the door. You're going to have a bolt up here, a bolt down here, obviously same thing here, and same thing right there. So just remove them using a 10mm socket and ratchet. So once you have removed all the bolts, then you're going to have to move this channel right here and move it sideways some so you can unplug the motor before you can remove the whole assembly. Make sure you don't pull too much on it so you don't ruin the connector. This is a close-up right here. I move the channel out of the way like I said, probably like that, and there's one on the other side. So when you pry both of them like that, you can just go ahead and disconnect it at the same time. I won't be able to hold the camera and do it, obviously, so I'm just going to disconnect it, but you get the idea. Once the motor is disconnected, just go ahead and move the other channel out of the way. And have to undo these clips right there. Make sure you pay attention how it comes out, because that's how you're going to have to put it back in. And have to undo. You can feel it and guide this cable out. There's another one. You just undo them by pulling on them. I'm not gonna film it. You're gonna have to just trust me on this and feel it. Okay. Slide this out. Got this other one. Pay attention how it comes out. If you notice, this is coming out that way. You can just lay it on the floor if you want, how it came out. That way, you don't mess it up, and then you don't get the other one twisted. Okay, so I have the new regulator right there. Here's the old one. This is the way it came out. They're both sitting about the same way. One of the things that you want to make sure of is that the connection right here is the same. There are some aftermarket regulators that will come with a completely different plug, and you have to cut the original wiring harness and splice it into the other one. And that's only for the cheaper brands, kind of a knockoff. So I don't know what you're going to buy. I don't know what kind of budget you have. This vehicle is made by BMW, so parts are not cheap. These kinds of vehicles are expensive, so the regulator is not cheap. So as you can imagine, installation is just reversal removal. So I'm going to go ahead and put everything on. If there's anything I feel that I should touch base on, then I'll go ahead and film it. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and put it together. And now you know how you can put yours together. So for the ones that are still watching, I did promise earlier that if I found something that was worth mentioning, I would. To tighten the glass retainers, you can use a 5mm Allen wrench. Obviously, you can try to remove them with this also, but I seriously doubt that is going to happen. It's probably just going to strip. So to install them is easier. You can feel it. And if for some reason you still feel that you need to tighten it a little bit more, which it shouldn't be necessary, you can always use the channel locks that you used to remove them, like I did. So that's just a helpful tip. It may make your life a lot easier, at least to install them. So you can do it either way. Thanks for watching. See you next time.